Were you short before this move?
No, I didn't have any position. I had a long up to almost 72, and then I got it filled, and I went to sleep. Trying to. Where's the buttons? Trying to like. Oh, this is Bitfinex. It's a little different chart. Pretty easy to see though. This whole move. Poorly drawn triangle, but distribution nonetheless. It's tough to trade the spots because all this, you don't have a new swing low or a swing high, so you're stuck in between. But that daily level at 7,000 held, even though we pushed up and tested some smaller levels up to 70, what is that? 70, almost 72. Looks like it's that move. But it's interesting. You can see you've got another bigger wedge forming right here. It finally broke down. Oh man, it's early for me. It's like 5 a.m.
Did you get some sleep?
Yeah, I've been trying to switch my sleep. I'm gonna start trading small caps. Probably gonna start looking to short a bunch of small cap stocks. Oh, so I gotta get my sleep fixed. Start trading. Crypto's been pretty boring, man. Start trading other stuff again.
Yeah, this past week has been slow.
But I gotta get some accounts set up to get everything ready. I have a little bit in different asset classes. So, I mean, my outlook on Bitcoin really hasn't changed at all. I mean, on the daily here, you're starting to form a falling wedge, which is what, I mean, you would want to see something like that as we go lower, but I don't think any of this is going to hold for very long. I think it's going to well, nothing's really changed, man. This big level at 5,400 is still the level. that I'm interested in. That's your trend, where your trend began. So until we either make a new high or a new low, we're kind of stuck in between. And then if we go even further in, more recently, we're still stuck in this trend. Nothing's really changed. This is just playing out. This is slowing down. This wedge it's forming is attempting to slow down. See on the daily it held that swing low. Everything's pretty much holding. They held this previous daily low from the 3rd of April. That daily low held with support that we ended up losing from this move up. So what I'm talking about is this move here, this move up here. And I'm just looking at the daily time frame, but that move there, that's support that we lost from that move, which they held at, call it 7,000. Never closed above it, never gained it. And, selling off. But I mean, it's really like not I don't think that's a good way to think about markets, because it's not a quantifiable thing that you can easily deduce. You're basically just making an excuse for a move that you probably don't understand. So that's why I would avoid using that type of thinking. in Zima, it's like it's an accidentally on purpose thing. I don't know how to explain it. The market moves. I mean, if technical analysis is to work and is provide predictive analysis, then in some way it has to be manipulated because it wouldn't work. So for now, we're just looking at these levels down here around like 6,700. That's what we came to test and we got a little bounce from. I think it looks a little better on BitMEX actually. Yeah. Yeah, it looks a little better. Here's your swing low. It's not really even a swing low, but because this move didn't make a new swing high or a swing low, so it plays, but it's so I mean, nothing out of the normal here. If you knew what to look for, I mean, you can see this move setting up. There's your distribution that led you up, and your dump, everything got tested in the process. Pretty much. Not much to say, man. Not much to say about Bitcoin these days. I'm still looking for this low. 5,400, 5,500, whatever you want to call it. Still looking for that to get taken out. I think they're holding this daily. On BitMEX, it actually held 6,500 held. So yeah, you're stuck between these two levels here. Somebody asked, well, stop talking about the past. I mean, I don't want to, I'm not here to give you guys, to tell you how to trade and where it's going to go. Sometimes I do when I tell you what I think, but I'm not, it's really not my place. I mean, I just told you how low can it go, you asked? I don't think you're paying attention to what I'm saying, man. I think we're going to probably try to go lower and make a new swing low. Eventually, this is a daily chart. So this is not something that's going to happen overnight per se. But I think we're going to come down and try to test this low again and potentially make a new low. So, I mean, you're looking at that's like another 1,000 points lower. Then once that happens, if you lose this level at 54, 5,500, you're setting up for an even lower move. So
I remember you talking. That's like a really important level. If we lose that,
yep, it's an extremely important level. Can I explain what a swing low is? Okay. kind of self-explanatory, really. You have a move or a swing. There's a swing low from a swing high where the X is marked. It was the low of the swing up, because you had a move down and then you continued higher, swing low. Here you have a move down, you moved higher, swing low to swing high. Pretty straightforward. Weekly chart, still haven't gained. I mean, nothing's been gained. You notice we're still below the 7,300. That's from March. Things take time. There's no reason to be long. There's absolutely zero reason to get long this thing until you've gained a significant level. Otherwise, you're gambling. I know it sounds kind of crazy. With some of these moves are 1,000 points or more, but until you actually gain a significant level, there's no reason to get long for any reason, like for any long-term reason. When that happens, though, then I would consider getting long. But until then, there's no reason. And what I really want to see, there's not much to say about it. I mean, this is why I'm not trading a lot of crypto lately, just because it's boring. There's nothing interesting. These moves are playing out. Here's your swing low that you got to pay attention to. Getting below that would make things really interesting for the short side. Until then, we're just kind of stuck. We're going to be sideways until these moves break down, until we gain a level, which I think we're going to break down, but I think this wedge that's forming is going to break down, continue lower, come down and test the lows. I could be wrong, though. It's temporary. I mean, you can see like why it's important, because losing this low here, the low from the 5th of February, started losing levels. Here you lost the high. So once you lost, this was like the first, well, there's a few levels actually, but a bunch of tiny levels here, but still. You can see we started losing levels here. So there's your move. You lost it right here. Went lower. Then you lost the next level. So you're setting up for a downtrend. And then since then, they've just been losing levels. And they've never taken out the swing high that brought you down. So some of these are getting like regained on smaller time frames, but the real thing though is the real swing move like that you need to get above, like back in February when I was telling everyone that this 11,000 move is going to get crushed if we don't gain this high. So the high was here, the swing high here. They didn't gain that. If you notice, see, we didn't get above. We didn't make a new swing high there. No new swing high here. There's your swing high. Didn't make a new swing high, didn't make a new swing high. Setting up to make a new swing low, ideally. So that's how trend works. You have to gain support to go higher, you have to lose support to go lower. This is how markets work, man. That's the definition of trend.
Sounds good, man.
Oh, so Bitcoin Poker is talking about this triangle. Something like that. Is that what you're talking about? It's not really it's more of a head and shoulders, I would say. It's more of this. Is that what you're talking about? But I mean, so this is where you got to understand how trend works. So like 5,500, right? Why is that level so important? Because it's a weekly. So if you look at the weekly, right, you're still in an uptrend technically. This is technically still an uptrend, and this very well could hold, and you could trend higher. But because what I want you to see is we're not actually losing the big swings that we need to lose. It just so happens like this move here it just happens to be 15,000 points to the top. I still think we'll go lower, but I mean, you're still talking about a huge move. So it's all relative to time frames. You got to pay attention to multiple time frames, because just because you lose level on one time frame doesn't mean you've lost it on the bigger time frames. And losing it on the bigger time frames is what's really, really important. And you can see on the weekly, this is the same thing I've talked about. This is your head and shoulders that's playing out, that a lot of people are looking at probably. I don't know if they are or not, but that's what you would expect. I mean, this is why this level is so important. This area down here, like 5,500. That's why I keep telling you guys. It's why it's so important. These just keep forming triangles to break. this is what you would expect to see. So until, I mean, like I said, man, until you gain a level of support, you're just going to continue lower with fluctuations to go back and test levels inside of the smaller term trends. But there's not a lot to say about it. It's been pretty boring. So I'm not saying I'm actually bullish. I'm just saying, like, this is why 55 is just so important, because it would invalidate your uptrend if you were to close below 5,500 on the weekly. Your uptrend is invalidated, and now you're going to continue. I don't know where you're going to go, but you're going to continue lower, you know. And you're talking about Bitcoin dying or something. If something like that were to happen, if that 55 gets broken, I would say probably come down to here, come down to 43. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of levels below. It's all a big if. It all is contingent on this level here. That's it. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. I mean, that's all there is to say about it. I mean, in terms of bigger picture. People are talking about this here as a bull flag. I would argue that's probably not the case, but could be. It's more of it's definitely distribution. I'll show you how you can tell. You're generally not going to see distribution bull flags, but where's the indicator button? Well, I don't think it's going to be a good example either. Yeah, it looks. It looks more like. Well, that's what I said. Accumulation on the smaller here, which would be good for the longs. I'm just not sure we're gonna break down. A break up. Until we come get these lower levels first. So they very well could hold 55, man. That area could hold. Which would be extremely bullish holding this. You still there, Elliot?
Yeah, man. Yes, sir.
If you want to make some breakfast, man. That's pretty much the longer term case that I have for you guys.
Appreciate that quick update.
No worries, man. Want to make some breakfast? Got some pancake mix, dude.
Oh yeah, you putting chocolate chips in those pancakes?
Nah.
That's pretty much it. That's all I had. Chocolate chip pancakes.
From the chow hall?
Yep.
How are they, man? Is your chow hall decent?
Yeah, it's the Special Forces, the SWIC DFAC, is what we call it. But
Where are you at right now? What state are you in, or what base? Or do you not want to say?
I don't care. Fort Bragg.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never worked out. I've never been there. I had some offers to work there, but I never did.
Yeah. There's a lot of MI type jobs around here.
Yeah.
Track.
I actually was. I did work with a unit out of Fort Bragg, though. I think we talked about that. I don't remember what their number is, but I forget. But it was an MI unit.
Yep.